My name's Marty Moseley. I'm the owner of Moseley Family Cellars. My wife and I own this winery together. I've been making wine since 2003, and we went commercial in 2011. We have this amazing story about something that God did in 2012. It was our second year in business. We were probably making, 400 cases of wine a year. And we had 2 tons of Zinfandel in tanks fermenting, which was about 20% of all the wines that we made. And after about 7 or 8 days into the fermentation process, every day you're mixing the wines up, you're smelling, you're taking the temperature. And after about 7 or 8 days, it started to have a little bit of an off aroma. It was almost like Band-Aids or rubber bands, and they're called mercaptans. And they're kind of a death sentence to wines. If you get that early, it's very, very difficult to stop that, because any chemical that you add to the wine to stop those bacteria would also stop the yeast from growing, which would pretty much you have to throw the wine out. It's very difficult to restart at that point. So I was punching down that day and I thought, oh, that doesn't smell right. I tasted a little bit, ugh. So I went home and I was like, okay, what do I do? And thought about it all night, came in the next day, I punched it down even more vigorously, and it didn't go away. After the 3rd day, I was thinking about it all night long. What do I do? I mean, because everything that I could think to do would have a bad side effect. And I came into the winery and it was a little bit worse. And I was just talking to God. I thought, I don't know what to do. I washed my hands. I stuck my hands in the tanks about this far down. I just stuck them in there and I just said, God, I believe that you know every molecule in these tanks. You know every compound. You know every bacteria. You know every chemical reaction that's taking place intimately well. And so I'm just asking you, in Jesus' name, to come and fix this wine, because I'm out of my depth. I don't know what to do. I literally don't have any idea what to do for this wine. And I was praying and I thought, oh, well, I better do the next tank. So I stuck my hand in the next tank, because for us to throw that wine out at that point would have been a significant loss for us. So I had my hands in the second tank, and God said, that's really good, Marty. He said, why don't you do this 7 times over the next 3 days? And I was like, that's really weird. Okay. So I did. I stuck my hands in the tank again. So next day I came back in. I thought, okay, I did it 3 times. I'm going to do it 2 times today and 2 times tomorrow. Stuck my hands in, and that day, that second day, my face started to get really big. I was praying and I thought, God, while you're fixing this wine, I'm just asking that when people look at that wine and swirl that wine, that they'll see colors from heaven. And I was just saying, God, that's weird, because I don't know what those colors are, but you do. I don't know what they look like, but I'm asking that you would reveal the colors of heaven. But my faith was getting big. And then I thought, while you're at it, God, when people drink this wine, would you heal hearts? Would you heal marriages and relationships? Would you heal their minds? Would you heal their bodies? Would you heal their families? So I did that. After the 3rd day, I got done. I kind of washed my hands off and I thought, oh, I should taste it. And God said, no, really firmly. And I was like a little kid. I was like, oh, okay. And he said, Marty, he's such a gentle father. He said, Marty, didn't you just get through asking me over the last 3 days to heal this wine? And I was like, yeah, I did. And he said, don't you trust me? And I said, no, Papa, you're good. I trust you with everything that I have. And then I kept doing my punch downs. 2 weeks later, we pressed the wine out of the skins. And I said, I'm going to taste it. And he goes, yeah, taste it. I tasted it, and it was beautiful. And there was a guy working there with me doing something on a machine. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome. He's like, what? And I said, this wine is really good. And he was like, okay. And I said, I'm going to name it Lazarus. And he was like the dead guy? I was like, yes. God brought the wine back to life. And so now we have this wine, we named it Lazarus. It's a 2012 Zinfandel, and it's turned out to be this beautiful wine. Now people are buying that wine as a prophetic act. So my prayer is that the hope that God put in me through this process would put into people, so that whatever is dead or dying or struggling for life, maybe it's dreams that have died, or you just said, no, there's no place in my life for that, and that'll come back to life.